I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I'm just fucking tired. We not attacking the problem. We not attacking the problem. And if the problem is systemic racism, why are we trying to attack individual races? Racism has nothing to do with just a motherfucker thinking that they better than you. It's the system that's put in place. And right now, the system that's put in place is 1,000% racist. We are in a racist system. And when people say, are the police doing what they're supposed to do? Yes, they are. Because the system has it where police is supposed to be murking niggas. Like, that was what it was created. Like, the police system came from slave times. Niggas didn't just have police like that prior. Motherfuckers wanted to recatch their slaves. They shot that boy Jacob Blake 7 times in the back. In the back. I was seeing racists and bigots on social media say, but he had a knife. Don't police officers have tasers? Why does it always lead to bullets? Why hasn't a nigga been tased? When do they start tasing motherfuckers? Why does everybody gotta be shot? And you could tell it's a racist system. You could tell it's a racist system because they tell you about perspective. There is no black man that is going to be able to walk around with the M16 assault rifle in the middle of the night at a white protest. If white people is protesting and a black man was to walk around that protest with an M16 assault rifle, AR-15 assault rifle, it would not get to fly. So it lets you know that the system is built on racism. You cannot reform police if you don't reform the entire police system. We cannot reform racists. Let's stop trying to do that as black people. As black people, we cannot reform racists. If you are racist, you are racist. The only thing we can do is reform the system put in place. If I don't like chocolate, it don't matter how many motherfucking dishes that you make me with chocolate in it, I'm gonna think it's nasty. Okay? No matter how, if I don't like chocolate, you can make fucking chocolate cake, chocolate ice cream, chocolate pie, chocolate pudding, chocolate candy. I'm not gonna like it. I don't fucking like chocolate. Same thing with these races. If they don't fucking like black people, it doesn't matter how many fucking athletes, scientists, motherfucking models, motherfucking, it doesn't matter how many black people, you lawyers, doctors, it doesn't matter how many black people you put in front of them. They're not gonna like black people. They already in their mind don't like it. We are trying to change the people and not trying to change the system. Let me ask y'all a question. Why is it that the president can only be in office for the maximum of 8 years, but Congress can get reelected as many times as they want to. Why is that? Why is it that we can only have a president for 8 years, but we can have the same congressman for 35 years? And if Congress has the last say, 2/3 say on anything that happens based on the president, if the Congress is the same, no matter what president is in there, the Congress is running shit. So how many of that's the system right now is meant to shackle minorities. And the only way that this system is going to change is if the people that put the system in place get changed. That means our congressmen. If you don't have the same mayor in your city or state for longer than 10 years, we fucking up. If you done had the same governor for longer than 10, 15 years, we fucking up. The only election we take serious is the president. The president is the least important election. Who is your congressman? Who is your senator? What is the name of the senator for your state? Or the senators for your state, if you're in a bigger state? What is the name of your senators? What is the name of the members of the House of Representatives for your state? Do you know? Do you know who's really controlling your state? Who's really controlling your police reform? Because if you need police reform in your city, in your state, the president that you pick isn't going to be able to change that. Your governor and your mayor and your senator and your House of Representative member is going to be able to change those things. And the reason that NBA players is boycotting, because they know, without a shadow of a doubt, for an absolute fact of God, that their owners can influence who is in the Senate, who is in the House of Representatives. The owners of these NBA teams influence elections. So yes, if NBA players say they need motherfucking change and they ain't finna play basketball till shit change, they did the right thing. That's how you incite change. Right there. You know that the person that run your shit can change some shit. They not doing this to try to get the governor to do something. They're doing this to try to get their owner of their particular team to do something. Is there more money that you can invest? Is there places that you could go or assets that you could give us to help with police reform? Because goddamn, dog. Cops don't use their motherfucking tasers. Cops don't got batons no more. Hit me in the shoulder or something. Don't fucking shoot me in the back. Jesus Christ. Excessive force. Jacob Blake was walking away. Breonna Taylor was asleep. George Floyd was laying on the motherfucking ground. Thank God Jacob Blake's in stable condition right now. He's gonna survive. He's gonna survive. Thank God. We can't attack racists right now. Your local racist, your local Trump supporter isn't going to help in our plight. Hand over fist racism is not as black people what we need to be worried about. The only racism we need to be worried about is systematic. We need to be trying to change the systems. Racism isn't even racism if they don't have power over us. A motherfucker saying white power is not racist. A motherfucker putting in laws and motherfucking practices that make it harder for minorities and black people than it does for white people, that's racist. We gotta fuck the money up. You seeing a motherfucker with a Confederate flag on his car and you tanking it down ain't stopping racism. That's just gonna make that nigga more racist. We need to worry about the systems in place. Why is it that every county doesn't mandate body cams for their police officers? The officers that was there when Jacob Blake was shot, none of them had body cams on. That was footage from somebody's phone. I feel like the police chief of that district should be fucking fired or have to resign today. He should have to resign today. He should be held accountable for the fact that his police officers in his district didn't have their body cams on. He should be held responsible, and so should they. Why are we not attacking the police chiefs? There should be riots in the streets. They was protesting hard. There should be riots in the streets until that police chief is fired. Until he resigns. If black people are getting shot unarmed in your city and your police chief still has a job, you're not doing your fucking job. We not rioting for people, we're rioting for systems. We need to change the systematic racism. Systematic. We ain't gonna be able to change these motherfuckers' thought process. All we can do is make the system equal for everybody. So if your police chief in your city done still had a job after motherfucking him and shot unarmed, black, them and shot unarmed, you tripping. He needs to go. How long has your senator been in office in your state? How long has your congressman been in office in your state? How long has your governor been in office in your state? How long has your mayor been in office in your city? If it's longer than a term of a president, that motherfucker needs to go. That means they not changing nothing. That means they not fixing nothing. And that means that they're not worried about what the fuck y'all are talking about, obviously, because ain't shit changing. Your mayor appoints police chiefs and appoints police officers. He hires and fires. So if your mayor don't give a fuck about unarmed black people getting murdered by police, then that means he's hiring them motherfuckers. And he knows what's popping, or she knows what's popping in your city. We can't keep letting this shit slide, man. We can't keep letting this shit rock like this, man. We can't keep marching and posting on social media like that shit is doing something to somebody. They not giving no goddamn about no motherfucking internet protests. The system is already in place. Are you going to fight to change the system? Or are you going to let the system stay exactly the way it is? Your senator can change that. Your governor can change that. Your mayor can change that. What are you doing in your cities? What are you doing in your states? We need systematic change. I don't give a fuck if my coworker that's racist is now not racist. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck if you take a statue down in a city that wasn't... I didn't know who the fuck that motherfucker was till you told me who it was. I don't give a fuck about that statute. Change the systems. Change the systems that's in place. Force mental evaluations. Force social evaluations. Anybody that's a police officer needs to have all of their social media accounts screened. All of them. If you try to get into a Fortune 500 company and work in a corporate office, they don't only screen your motherfucking resume. They check your social media accounts. They check your credit. Do you know why? They not finna give you all of this money to fuck it up. Or if your credit just trash, they not finna give you this fire ass job just for you to then get one check and then leave. Get 2 checks and then leave. They check your social media to see what your politics are about. Because let's say you are going to a motherfucking corporation and they quote unquote support Trump. And you on this bitch fuck Trump everywhere. You not getting that job in comparison to the person that is a Trump supporter if it's this a corporate, if this is a conservative corporation. Why don't they do that with police officers? Why don't they do that with police officers? If you are a police officer, you should be more neutral in your politics. There should not be one racist thing on your social media nowhere. One borderline racist, bigoted thing on your social media if you're going to be a police officer. Why aren't they screening social medias? Why aren't they screening these people's lives? Why aren't they having evaluations? How hard is it to give the same background check on a motherfucker you would give them to work at fucking Kellogg? Why can't you give that same evaluation to somebody that's supposed to protect and serve the American people? So you supposed to protect me, and your background check is easier than me being an accountant at motherfucking the Walgreens Corporation? It's less of a background check to get a fucking corporate job at GameStop than it is to be a fucking police officer with a gun and a badge. Somebody explain this shit to me. Why is it that there's senators that have been in office for 4 fucking presidential terms? 5 presidential terms. Why is there senators that have been in office since George Bush Sr., but we wondering why nothing's changed in America for 40 years? Because the people running the show ain't changed for 40 years. Y'all always talk about all of these conspiracy theories about people that run the world and then wonder, but then are confused. But congressmen have been in office for 40 years. They run America. They run America. They had to get appointed at one point and somebody else was the senator or somebody else was the congressman. Why the fuck haven't they got out of office? Who is the senator of your motherfucking state? Or one of them. Name one of the senators in your state. This is why shit ain't changing. We could protest all motherfucking day. Are we gonna vote the same motherfucking senators in the office? Are we gonna vote the same motherfuckers? Because they're doing the same shit. Why are we looking at the president when if 2/3 of the motherfucking Congress say no, then it don't matter what the president say? Did y'all go to history class? The president can't do shit without 2/3. If the Congress don't want it and 2/3 say no, then it's no. It don't matter what the president say. The president doesn't mean shit. There's black people right now that feel like Barack Obama didn't do enough for motherfucking black people and don't even realize that he had to fight the Senate. How he gonna appoint some laws? How he gonna enact some motherfucking presidential doctrines and shit without no motherfucking senator? He needs Senate's approval for all of that. And if 2/3 shut it down, then it's shut down. Or they could just keep pushing the shit back for years. They could do that. They could push it back 100 times. Oh, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. And then like it's no. It's shit that Barack Obama put in the office, tried to put in the office as soon as he got in to the White House. And they didn't pass it until after he left. Just so he wouldn't get credit for it. Did y'all even think about that? Some of the shit that Barack Obama wanted to get enacted got passed into law literally the year that he stopped being president. Just so he couldn't get no credit for saying he did it. Y'all don't know how... Please read a book. Please watch the news. Absolutely follow Spot On Sports. Absolutely. But Jesus Christ. There's motherfuckers that are really upset at Barack Obama right now. Really upset at Barack Obama right now. Like he was the yes or no on everything. If Congress ain't want it, it ain't happening. Ask Trump. If Congress ain't want it, it ain't happening. The president can only be the president for a maximum of 8 years. The Supreme Court justice can be Supreme Court justice forever. Congressmen can be congressmen as many times as they get voted in. Why do you think that is? Why do you think they do it like that? Because the president is the face. So if something goes wrong, they would rather blame one person than blame 300 people. Because they don't know who to pinpoint. Because if we blame Congress, then all that's gonna happen is this congressman's gonna point at that congressman, and that congressman's gonna point at that congressman's gonna point at that congressman, and they're gonna be like, well, I didn't do it, he did it. Well, I didn't do it, he did it. Now we trying to pinpoint blame out of 300 people when it's a lot easier to just, president, he wrong. He did it right. He did it wrong. The mark of a good president isn't what he can do. The mark of a good president is what he can get his Congress to do. Facts. There's only certain shit that the president can just do on his own and not get vetoed. One of them things is go to war. If a motherfucker wanted to go to war, the president could do it. But other than that, really, he gotta go through Congress. So with that being said, it don't matter who the fuck we put as the president of the United States if we don't learn the fucking policies and motherfucking standings and beliefs of our fucking congressman. What does your senator think about shit that you think about? What does your congressman think about marijuana? What does your congressman think about police reform? What does your congressman think about motherfucking healthcare and shit like that? Do you know, or do you just know what the fuck the president think? Do you know what your governor thinks about motherfucking police reform? About motherfucking for ladies, about fucking pro-life and motherfucking shit like that, and Planned Parenthood and all of that shit like that? What is your governor? What does your senator, what does your House of Representative members think about these things in your particular state? Do you know? Do you know what they think in your state? Let's stop fucking acting like it's just 1,000 million conspiracy theories. We know the people that run our states. What do they believe in? What do they stand for? What are their policies? You just worried about the president. Trump. No Trump. That don't fucking matter. If we got all of the congressmen and the senators that we wanted in place, Trump couldn't do a goddamn thing but be upset. He couldn't do shit. He'll try to enact something, Congress will shoot it down. He'll try to enact something, Congress will shoot it down, and then we'll get that nigga the fuck up out of there in 4 years. But we can't do that because we so worried about Trump, we don't even realize that all of his partners is in Senate. All of his partners in the House. So he say some shit, they go to the motherfucking Legion of Doom headquarters. God damn it. They go to Legion of Doom headquarters and be like, well, my nigga Trump said he was thinking about doing this. What y'all thinking? Well, shit, he said it. Let's do it. That's my nigga anyway. If your senator isn't gonna live to see the ramifications of the bills in the laws they are passing, they should not be in office. Why do we have 85 and 90-year-olds in Congress, 70-year-olds in Senate, 75, 80-year-olds running for president when they were growing up, racism was normal? When they were growing up, marijuana was illegal. Why are we electing people who aren't going to live to see the ramifications of the bills that they're passing in the law? That's all I'm asking. Why? What are we doing? We're just worried about the president. First off, Donald Trump and Joe Biden are two sides of the same fucking evil. If you're a conservative, you're like, damn, both of these candidates are bad, but he's left bad. I mean, he's right bad. And if you like Biden, you're like, damn, both of these candidates are bad, but he's left bad. It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. I damn sure don't fuck with Trump, but I don't fuck with Joe Biden either. That nigga looks 95 fucking years old. He's gonna die in office. That makes us look weak as a country. If our fucking president is just fucking keeling over during fucking speeches and shit. Joe Biden can't stand up for longer than 10 goddamn minutes. He's going to die in office. And Donald Trump just got us looking bad in the hole. So it don't matter. We're going to look stupid regardless. As a country, we're going to look stupid regardless. The only way we can fix it is by electing congressmen and senators that believe the same shit that we believe. That aren't fucking bigots and racists and old and have old ass beliefs and old ass thought processes on the shit that we need motherfucking new age ideas. We need newer ideas. The reason people like Barack is he was so much younger. He looked like not only was he old enough to be like he knows some shit, but young enough to be like, I can still learn. I want a president that's old enough to know a lot, but young enough to still be learning. What the fuck is Donald Trump learning? What the fuck is Joe Biden learning right now at their age, at their thought process? They're not learning shit. They're not. They're not learning shit. They're not changing shit. How the fuck are we gonna... If we want shit to change in police reform, if we want shit to change like with other bills and laws and shit, with the fucking... with jails, you see what I'm saying? And how harsh some of these crimes are against minorities and shit like that. Some of these low income cities and towns that need motherfucking funding and shit. How are we gonna get that changed if we got the same niggas in Congress that was in Congress in 1985? Most of these motherfuckers got elected in 84 or 82. That's 40 years. You done had the same congressman in your state for 40 years, and you're wondering why nothing's changed. You don't even know your congressman's name, and you live in a small state. You probably have one. I live in Texas now, so we got a few. I'm talking about House of Representatives. I believe each state has 2 senators. If I remember from high school. I believe each state has 2 senators and then a number of House of Representative members. So it should not be hard for you to know who these people are, what their beliefs are, and where they stand on the motherfucking policies that you want changed. Motherfuckers got mad at Barack Obama for making gay marriage legal while he was in office but not doing enough for black people. That should tell you that there might be more gay people or undercover gay people in Senate than there are people that like or aren't racist. There may be more homosexuals in Senate than there are motherfucking people that are down with equality. Doesn't that make sense? If anybody goes back to Barack Obama's policies, he didn't even want gay marriage. That's when you do something that everybody else wants so you can get reelected. They always hit him with that. That's one of the few things that they actually let him approve. They actually let that one go through. That's not his fault. He did all the other shit too. They just didn't approve that shit. Or they gave it to Trump. Take a look at some of the bills and laws that Trump got passed early in his presidency and go back and see how many of those were literally word for word shit that Obama was trying to get passed, but he never made it through Senate or never made it through Congress. Check. Just go look. It'll throw you off. You'll be like, damn. They really don't give a fuck. Congress decides all of this shit. Because at the end of the day, the vote of many will always be picked over the vote of one. So before they let the president just do something, it'll always go through Congress. It'll always go through Congress. Doesn't nothing happen, nothing that you see Trump do has not been approved by at least a majority in Congress. That's the whole point. That's what Congress is there for. Congress is to make sure that we don't have a dictatorship. Right? So, every time that this one man says something, it goes to the committee. And if we don't pick who's in the committee, then we will not be represented properly. It's the Senate. Listen to what I'm telling you. It's the Senate. If we don't make decisions on who we have as senators or House of Representative members, if we don't pay attention to who's in fucking Congress, ain't shit gonna change. They gonna keep shooting black people, and they gonna keep giving us tokens. I don't give one fuck about no goddamn statue getting taken down. Fuck a statue. Fuck a statue. Fuck a flag. I don't give a fuck about a goddamn Confederate flag. Stop shooting me. The KKK should be listed as a terrorist group. Not a motherfucking non-profit organization. That's what the Ku Klux Klan is listed as. A non-profit. They're listed as a non-profit because they're making sure that no black person gets to profit ever. I needed a drink. KKK is listed as a fucking non-profit. Yep. It's just sad. It's shit devastating. And we trying to get statues taken down. We trying to get celebrities canceled. Who is the fucking congressman in your state? Fuck a celebrity. Fuck a flag. Stop shooting me. Fuck a N-word. I want the same job as you. What is that? It is illegal. That's what it is. It is illegal. Fuck a statue. Fuck a flag. Stop shooting me. Give me the same job as you. Give me the same opportunities as you. Give me the same chances to move up as you. I just want an equal opportunity. I don't want it to be easier for me than it is for you. I don't want it to be easier for this person than it is for that person. I just want the same equal shake. So that way if I'm better than you, then I'm getting it. And if you better than me, then you getting it. That's all I want. I just want equality. I don't want better. I want equality. That's what I'm saying. Black lives matter. You want me to tell you why all lives matter is fucked up? Because right now, some lives matter more than others. We already know white lives matter. Because you motherfuckers run shit. So of course we gotta say black lives matter to make it equal. Think about that. Think about that. We already know white lives matter because you run everything. So saying black lives matter is equality. Saying all lives matter is saying that some may matter more than others, but they all matter. It's not saying how much. We know white lives matter. You niggas run shit. Everything y'all say go, because this is y'all motherfucking country and y'all fucking forced us to come here. So if y'all gonna force us to come here, then give us the same shake. Give us the same shake. We gotta change our fucking senators and congressmen. We could march on the streets all goddamn day. If we keep voting the same motherfuckers in, all they're gonna do is not change anything. They don't give a fuck. They're 80 and 90 years old with millions of dollars. You can't hurt a senator's pockets. You can't hurt an 80-year-old congressman's pockets. We got to get them niggas out of office. We got to get them out of office. That's all we can do. I hate when motherfuckers say hurt. They're old. Their pockets cannot be hurt. Their pockets cannot be hurt. We have to get rid of them. And the only way we get rid of them is voting them out. That's what the fuck is there for. There ain't no electoral college for senators. If they lose, they just lose. Did y'all not know that? Did y'all not know that there is no electoral college for the fucking Congress? If they lose, they just fucking lose. We gotta go out there and fucking vote these motherfuckers out. Then go riot. Don't do one or the other. Don't just vote and don't just riot. You gotta riot and vote. Get them motherfuckers out. So people who are on the fence and don't know who to vote for Senate or Congress, you tell them, motherfucker, do you want your country to burn to the ground? Then you better not vote this nigga in again. You better not. Don't just set shit on fire. Set them on fire and tell them it's not going out until this shit change. Know who these people are that's in office. So that way, when we go to fucking burning these cities down, when they shoot another one of us, we know exactly who the fuck we telling them needs to be the fuck out of office or your city will stay on fire. I'ma be out there. I hope y'all registered. I'ma be out there on the streets in November. And I'm not even worried about the damn president. I'm not going out there for no fucking president. These senators need to be the fuck up out of there. That's who I'm looking at. These senators need to be the fuck up out of there. I'm going to be in the streets again in November. I was already downtown talking about fucking them not shooting Breonna Taylor and not shooting black people, and they still ain't listening. They still ain't paying attention. Since George Floyd, it done been 300 more. 300? These senators gotta go. They gotta go. The senators, the House of Representatives, and the president. But I don't give a fuck who gets voted in office as president. If we don't fix the senators in the House of Representatives, it don't matter what the fuck president in there. I'm gonna be on the streets asking motherfuckers how they feel about this shit. Asking, do they know who their senator is? And if you don't, look at your motherfucking senator. Do you approve of this shit? If you don't approve of this shit, vote that motherfucker out. Now let's go burn this fucking city to the ground to make sure they vote that motherfucker out. That's where I'm at. That's where my head is at. That's where my heart is at. I done peeped the play. I done peeped it. I done peeped it. I done peeped it. For all of my football fans, when a team loses, who do they blame? When a team loses a game, who do they blame? Usually the quarterback, right? The offensive line could have been not blocking a motherfucker. The offensive line could have been letting every motherfucking rusher come in every play, and this nigga getting sacked and can't do nothing. But if the team lose, they blaming the president. I mean, they blaming the motherfucking quarterback. That's what we do. We do that with the president. The Congress is the other 10 players on the offense. Wide receivers is dropping passes. Running back ain't getting no yards. The line ain't fucking blocking. And we just blaming the quarterback. Motherfucking the senators ain't adding no bills that we want. They're not pushing no bills through that we have added that we wanted. And they're blocking bills from all of the presidents that they don't like. And we just blaming the president. I'm not saying Trump doing anything right. Nope, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is we could force this nigga to do the right shit if we had the right congressman in there, because then they would force shit through. He might say, I don't know. Nah, 2/3, nigga, that shit going through. This shit going through. Trump could be the best fucking president in the world if we had all of the senators that we wanted. We could force Trump to be a good president if we wanted to by putting the right senators in place, because then he gotta do the shit. Barack Obama wasn't as good of a president as he wanted to be because the motherfucking Congress was not allowing him. They forced certain shit in and certain shit out that they wanted, and they didn't want him to get credit for all of that shit. So Trump got some of the credit for that shit. That's facts. Some of the motherfucking bills that Obama wanted, Trump got pushed through because they didn't want Obama to get the credit for it. They know what the fuck they doing. We gotta vote them the fuck out. We can't leave them in office. We can't. We can't. Ain't no comedy live today. No comedy. Why the fuck is your congressman in office if you don't fucking know what his policies is? Why is your senator in office if you don't know what his policies is? How old is he or she? What is their stance on police reform? All of these motherfuckers speak all the time. They speak every day. Go ahead, listen to what the fuck they be saying. See what the fuck they policies, see what they beliefs are. How do they feel about Planned Parenthood? How do they feel about motherfucking the jail system? How do they feel about police brutality? How do they feel about the protests? Coronavirus. The shit that we need answers to. Fuck with the president. That's one nigga. That's one nigga. He ain't even been to your city before, and you trying to figure out if he gonna help you? No. Governor, mayor, congressman, the House of Representatives, and senator when I'm saying congressman. The president can't help motherfucking 200 million people? That's what the fuck they got? Fucking 400 congressmen. 300 congressmen. We fighting against the wrong motherfucker. They using the decoy move on us. They hitting us with the okie doke right now. And we ain't. It's called the scapegoat. That's what a president is. He's just the scapegoat for when the powers multiple that be do some shit wrong, blame that one person. This nigga Barack Obama went fucking grade trying to get his motherfucking laws passed, and they ain't passing shit he wanted to pass. They ain't passing a fucking thing he wanted to pass. They ain't give a fuck about Barack. They don't give a fuck about Trump. As long as they stay in power, they don't give a fuck. They don't give not one goddamn. And if y'all don't learn that the Senate and the Congresses would run this shit, and if we don't change these motherfuckers out, it's over. It's over for us. We are going to go through the same shit that our parents went through and our grandparents went through. Appreciate you, Emperor T. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do is make y'all understand. Yes, that's all. He's just there to take the blame. He's just there to take the blame and to make the people understand what the fuck all of the politic talk is. That's all he there for. That's why the president got to be a smooth nigga, got to be a cool nigga. Did you notice? Did you notice that all of the congressmen is all stiff and all uptight? But did you notice that usually, even if it's not a nigga that we like, the president is usually kind of a charismatic motherfucker? You know what I mean? Even if he left this charismatic when I'm talking about Bill Clinton or Barack Obama, or charismatic to the right when I'm talking about motherfuckers like Ronald Reagan or Donald Trump or Republic Abraham Lincoln. Did you notice how Abraham Lincoln was always, every time you hear stories about him, he's so tall and strapping and his voice was so... Yeah, did you notice? Did you notice? We just trying to pick the coolest politician to be the nigga that represents us to the world. We just don't want no lame ass motherfucker getting represented to us to the world. And no matter how much you like or dislike Donald Trump, that nigga is not no lame. He ain't no lame. He ain't no lame nigga. Before he was the president, that nigga was very popular. He ain't no lame nigga. He has a lot of friends. You see what I'm saying? He's very charismatic. And he out advertised Hillary Clinton and she lost. He out promoted Hillary Clinton, made Hillary Clinton look lame than a bitch, look like nobody wanted to vote for her, and he won. And she lost. That's all the president is a motherfucking face. It's always motherfuckers working behind the scenes that really do shit. They the face. The president is the artist. Congress is the label. President is the quarterback. Congress is the other 11 players and the coach. You don't know who really runs shit until you learn this one motherfucking phrase. The power of one will never be as strong as the power of committee. That's what the fuck America was built on. The power of committee. So, with that being said, why are we worried about the power of one, the president, when we should be worried about the power of committee, the Congress? Because if we get 300 people that all are on the same beliefs that we are on in office, it doesn't matter what the president says. Every law that we want to be changed will be changed, period. If Congress wants it to happen, it happens. There's not one time it didn't. The reason that we don't have a second stimulus check yet, the president already said it's gonna be one. Think about that. Don't y'all remember that? Y'all remember, we all watched the motherfucking news and everybody was like, oh, it's finna be a second stimulus check. Trump said it, Big Orange said it, right? Everybody was saying that and I said, wait. Did the Congress already vote on it yet? Because if the Congress ain't vote, the shit ain't happening. Didn't I say it? Wasn't I saying it on social media? Wasn't I posting on Twitter and Facebook? I was saying it. I was like, the Trump could say whatever the fuck he want. If Congress ain't vote on it, it ain't happening. And did you notice what happened? Right when it was time to vote on it, they voted on everything else. But they did not come to a decision on the motherfucking stimulus check, so they didn't vote on it, so it didn't happen, and they went straight to recess. Now tell me I'm lying. Everything else happened. Unemployment got boosted. Just my guy over here preaching this gospel. I got all types of shit, bro. You ain't know that? Put that work in, B. Yeah, but like I said, be prepared for what I'm saying. If you want something voted on, if you want something changed, you have to go through Congress. So when Congress comes back from recess, early September, they're going to finally be done, and they're going to re-vote, and they're going to give out a potential another stimulus check. Because Congress got to vote. The president already said he was doing it. He already said yes. This was last month. He said yes, it was going to be another one. Congress said, I don't know yet, so what happened? Nothing. Nothing happened. Did you get something? I'm not slow, y'all. While you motherfuckers is trying to just make money, I'm actually out here studying to better everybody. So I know shit like this, and I learned. They using the motherfucking scapegoat move on us. He lying for them. If I was the motherfucking quarterback of the team, and one of these reporters ask me questions about my motherfucking team, I'm finna lie. This my team. I'm not finna let you know what the answer is. Here's a scapegoat. The bill is already in. They just didn't pass it into law. Because let me tell you why they didn't pass the motherfucking stimulus check law yet. It's 2 reasons. One of the main ones is Democrats. Yep. Facts. Let me look. There's 2 reasons that motherfucking stimulus package ain't go through already. One, Democrats are trying to get more illegals the ability to try to get that bitch. And 2, they don't know how much they want to give out. Those are the 2 reasons. Those are the 2 main reasons. They don't know how much they want to give out. And the Democrats want to give it up to the aliens, and the Republicans don't want it. They ain't having it. And that's kind of sad. That it's those 2 things. They can't vote on it, so it ain't happening. If you learn nothing from this, just know Congress runs this shit. Stop worrying about the president. Who is your senator? Who are your House of Representative members? If you don't know, you bugging out here. I'm actually gonna put this on my YouTube channel. Y'all go subscribe to the YouTube channel right now. It's pinned in the comments. I am not gonna leave this live up for longer than an hour. Go look it up. I'm not going to leave this live up for longer than an hour. The moment that I finish with this live, I'm going to screen record it and put it on my YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel right now. It's pinned in the comments. This entire episode is going to go up. I appreciate you guys for listening to me today. I appreciate you guys. Anybody that's out here fighting systemic racism, protesting, if they're supporting black businesses, if they are a black business, I appreciate you. I'm praying for y'all. Y'all stay safe from these fucking evil ass police. It's Young God the Pimp. I don't put no holes on the strip or use a smooth talker, swift hand to break down the bitch. Just the respect that I get. Energy, effort is the time that's spent. My time is money, so they're gonna reimburse every cent. If that don't make sense, subscribe to the YouTube channel pinned at the bottom. Y'all hit me up.